Okay, so on March 25th, 2026, Ontario dropped a major announcement, and it could be a massive strategic opportunity for anyone out there looking to buy a new home. So let's break down exactly what it is, who it's for, and, most importantly, how to approach it smartly.
Right, let's just cut straight to the chase with the headline number, because it is a big one. $130,000. That is the maximum potential savings we're talking about on a new construction home. A number that should definitely get your attention.
And this is exactly why we're calling it a potential game changer. Look, this isn't just some minor policy tweak. It's a strategic opening to get into the market, save a really significant amount of money, and, potentially build your wealth a whole lot faster.
So let's officially start unpacking this thing. What exactly is this $130,000 housing opportunity? We are talking about a proposed expansion to the HST rebate, and it's specifically for new construction homes. Okay, so let's get into the mechanics of it all. The most crucial part is really understanding the key rules and, of course, who actually qualifies for these huge savings. Now, the details on this slide are so important. First, just look at that time frame. It's a very tight one-year window, from April 2026 to March 2027. You blink, you might miss it. Second, it only applies to new homes under $1 million. And third, that max savings is up to $130,000. These three details, they're the foundation for this entire strategy. And this is where it gets really interesting. Who's eligible? You might think, oh, it's just for first-time buyers, right? Nope. Look at this list. It includes families moving up, downsizers, and, this is the real kicker, real estate investors. The fact that it applies to both your own home and rental properties, that is a massive shift from a lot of other housing incentives we've seen. So you know the rules, but to really truly capitalize on this, you have to understand the market. And this is where geography becomes absolutely critical. There is a very good reason we're calling the Durham region the sweet spot.
And this chart right here, it tells the whole story. Just look at that price gap. The average home price in the wider GTA is right around or even over that $1 million cap for the rebate. But the benchmark in Durham? It's way lower, sitting around $679,000. This means the huge majority of new builds in places like Oshawa, Whitby, and Ajax fall perfectly into the rebate's most effective range.
Let's make this real. For a $700,000 home in Durham, you're looking at saving around $90,000. For an $800,000 home, that jumps to over $100,000. And as you get closer to that $1 million mark, you're getting closer to that maximum $130,000 in savings. I mean, these are not small numbers. This could totally change your mortgage and your monthly payments.
So to wrap it up, this is why Durham is a strategic focus. You've got affordability with lower prices to get in the door. You have massive growth potential with more people and more infrastructure coming in, and you've got that perfect price alignment where most of the homes are sitting right in that maximum rebate zone. It's like a perfect storm of opportunity. But wait, it actually gets even better. The new rebate isn't the only way to save, and this is the hidden strategy, the one that a lot of buyers might completely overlook. It's all about stacking your advantages. Check this out. You can potentially combine 3 different layers of savings. First, there's a federal rebate up to $50,000. Second, the existing Ontario rebate up to $24,000. And then third, you drop this new, massive proposed expansion of up to $130,000 right on top. When you stack all that together, the boost to your affordability could be absolutely huge.
So the bottom line is, how could this totally change the market? Well, before, that full HST cost often made brand new homes more expensive than resale. But now, with a potential $130,000 rebate, that whole equation could flip on its head. Suddenly, new builds could become way more price competitive, or in some cases, maybe even cheaper than a similar resale property.
Okay, we've talked about all the exciting opportunity, but now we need to pump the brakes and shift gears for a second. We need to give you a critical piece of advice. This is something every smart buyer needs to understand before they even think about making a move. And here it is, plain and simple. This is still a proposal. I'll say it again, it's a proposal. The final rules depend on legislation actually being passed. The details are not set in stone yet. This is absolutely 100% essential to remember. So what does a smart buyer do? You don't rush in blindly. You wait. You wait for the official confirmation, for the final rules to be published. You use this time right now to do your homework, analyze projects, look at locations, and work with experts who understand these kinds of government programs. This is all about preparation, not panic.
And this timeline just shows you the urgency so clearly. We are right here today in the planning phase. The window of opportunity opens up on April 1st, 2026, and it slams shut just 1 year later. That is a very, very short period to make such a huge financial decision, which is exactly why planning now is so important.
So ultimately, this whole thing presents a choice. The early movers, the people who plan now, they're the ones who are going to get the best inventory, maximize their savings, and start building equity faster. The folks who wait to the last minute, they're going to face way more competition, probably higher prices as demand shoots up, and they might just risk missing out altogether.
So, we're going to leave you with this question to think about. In a market where we know prices consistently rise over the long term, what's the greater risk? Acting strategically and getting ready for this proposed opportunity, or waiting too long and maybe getting priced out of the market even further? It's a crucial question for any potential home buyer in Ontario to be asking themselves right now.